Good evening, this is your AI host, Jay. I'm here with the automatically generated Journato evening headlines on June 21, 2022. Russia-Ukraine war, Moscow to summon EU ambassador over openly hostile Kaliningrad cargo transit ban, live news. The Guardian, Russia blockading Ukrainian grain is a real war crime says EU, BBC News. BBC News, food crisis looms large over ministers' meeting as heat rises. Bloomberg, EU's top diplomat calls Russia's blockade of Ukrainian grain a war crime. Reuters, June 20, 2022 Russia-Ukraine news. US Supreme Court, the woman who could end Roe v. Wade. He's been betrayed, sister of Moroccan man captured in Ukraine pleads for help. Visa delays leave UK families with adopted babies stranded in Pakistan. Don't swipe right, Japanese city encourages daters to send love letters. Strava app flaw revealed runs of Israeli officials at secret bases. BBC, shadowy Strava users spy on Israeli military with fake routes in bases. US volunteer fighters captured in Ukraine could face death penalty, says Russia. The Guardian, Kremlin won't rule out executing American veterans captured in Ukraine, they should be punished. The Independent, Russia-Ukraine latest news, June 20, 2022. Bloomberg, exclusive, Russia comments for first time on American vets captured in Ukraine. NBC News, Kremlin says death penalty for captured US citizens cannot be ruled out. US warship fires warning flare at Iranian speedboat during tense encounter. Giant stingray caught in Mekong, biggest freshwater fish ever documented. The Independent, largest freshwater fish ever recorded caught in Cambodia. The Guardian, world's largest recorded freshwater fish caught in Cambodia's Mekong River. Sky News, world's largest freshwater fish, a giant stingray caught in Cambodia. Evening Standard, world's largest freshwater fish caught in Mekong River. Eastern Donbas, extremely difficult for Ukrainians as Russia intensifies attacks. The Guardian, Russia has almost captured city of Severodonetsk in Ukraine, BBC News. BBC News, war in Ukraine, we've taken out 300 Russian troops, say Zelensky's special forces. The Times, everything is on fire, Ukraine region weathers bombardment. The Independent, Russia-Ukraine war s. Can you balance on one leg? Researchers want it to be part of your regular health check. Sky News, balancing on one leg may be useful health test in later life, research suggests. The Guardian, do you have bad balance? This is what experts advise. The Times, call for flamingo balance test to be introduced at midlife health checkup. AOL UK, why simply standing on one leg can tell you whether your life is in the balance. Montreal to host delayed COP15 summit to halt, alarming, global biodiversity loss. Israel legislators to vote on dissolving parliament. The Independent, Israeli government collapses sparking fresh elections and raising possibility of Benjamin Netanyahu returning to power. Sky News, Israel heading to polls as coalition moves to dissolve parliament. BBC, explainer, Israel on course for another election. Reuters, Israel faces fifth election in 3 years. Unhealthy, Putin was playing hockey at the weekend, says Kremlin. Sky News, speculation Putin could be ousted amid rumors about Russian president's health, say Western officials. Hundreds of thousands evacuated in China after severe flooding. Nobel Peace Prize auctioned by Russian journalist Dmitry Muratov fetches record $103.5 million. The Guardian, Russian journalist auctions Nobel medal for Ukraine refugees raising $103 million, BBC News. BBC News, Russian journalist auctions Nobel Peace Prize medal and raises £84m for Ukrainian refugees. Sky News, Russian editor's Nobel medal auction for Ukraine refugees fetches $103.5 million. Guardian News, Russian journalist sells Nobel Peace Prize for £84 million to aid Ukrainian refugees. Russian TV channel takes aim at Iron Curtain from outside. Russian mercenaries accused of deadly attacks on mines on Sudan-CAR border. Monkeypox, gay and bisexual men at higher risk of exposure to be offered vaccines. Sky News, gay and bisexual men will be offered monkeypox vaccine in targeted rollout. Daily Mail, UK to offer vaccines to some gay men to stop monkeypox. The Associated Press, gay and bisexual men at higher risk of monkeypox exposure to be offered vaccine. The Independent, monkeypox vaccine rollout for gay men who participate in group sex. France elections, Macron rejects Prime Minister's offer to resign. BBC, new left coalition ecstatic as Macron's centrist group loses absolute majority in Parliament. Guardian News, electoral breakthrough puts far-right leader Marine Le Pen back in the game. Financial Times, Britain is heading for a coalition of chaos like in Macron's France. The Telegraph, Emmanuel Macron pays the price for taking voters for granted. Stonehenge and Paris Hilton, Tuesday's best photos, UK News. The Guardian, man beats rail strike by paddling to work in £74 kayak. Sky News, rail and tube strikes, return of ghost town Britain during worst biggest rail strike for 30 years. Daily Mail, unnecessary aggravation, PM criticises National Rail Workers strike. Guardian News, rail strikes, Yorkshire workers say strike could go on for a while. Russia threatens serious consequences as Lithuania blocks rail goods. The Guardian, Ukraine war, where is Kaliningrad, Russia's exclave in Europe, and how will Lithuanian sanctions affect Western relations? Sky News, Russia warns Lithuania of serious consequences over Kaliningrad rail blockade. Financial Times, Russia threatens retaliation as Lithuania bans goods transit to Kaliningrad. The Guardian, Putin's security chief vows response to EU Kaliningrad sanctions. This was all for the news. Thanks for listening. Please do not forget to like and subscribe.